என் பேர் ரமேஷ் மகாலிங்கம். நான் மெட்ராஸ் சான்ஸ்கிரிட் காலேஜ்லேருந்து வரேன். அங்கே வந்து ட்ரஸ்டி அண்ட் டைரக்டராக இருக்கேன். நாங்கள் புதுசாக பாரதிய ஞான கேந்திரம், பாரதிய சென்டர் ஃபார் எக்ஸலன்ஸ் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷனை க்ரியேட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அது மெட்ராஸ் சான்ஸ்கிரிட் காலேஜையும் குப்புசாமி சாஸ்திரி ரிசர்ச் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்டும் கம்பைன் பண்ணி இந்தியன் நாலேஜ் சிஸ்டம்ஸில் ஒரு பெரிய காலை எடுத்து வைக்கிறதுக்காக ஆரம்பித்த ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷன். இந்த ஆர்கனைசேஷனில் ஒன் ஆஃப் த பிக் அப்ஜெக்டிவ்ஸ் நாங்கள் என்ன எடுத்துகிட்டு இருக்கோம்னா, இந்தியன் நாலேஜ் சிஸ்டம்ஸில் ட்ரூ இத்திஹாசா, அது அப்படின்னா நம்மளோட வரலாறை உண்மையாக காண்பிக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக ட்ரூ ஹிஸ்ட்ரி அப்படின்னு ஒரு பிரிவு ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். இந்த பிரிவில் நிறைய ஸ்காலர்ஸ் அழைச்சின்னு வந்து இந்தியாவோட ஹிஸ்ட்ரியை, இந்தியாவோட சரித்திரத்தை நம்ம எப்படி உண்மையாக காட்ட முடியுமோ, இருக்கிற இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் எல்லாத்தையும் வைத்துக்கொண்டு இந்தியாவோட சரித்திரத்தை ஒழுங்காக சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்டை தயார் பண்ணிட்டுருக்கோம். அதுக்கு எங்களோட பார்ட்னர் இந்த ப்ராஜெக்டில் பிருஹத் எஜுகேஷன் ட்ரஸ்ட்டுன்னு ஹைதராபாத்லேருந்து அவங்க வந்திருக்காங்க. மிஸ்ஸஸ் கவிதா கிருஷ்ணா வந்திருக்காங்க ஹைதராபாத்லேருந்து. இப்போ எங்கள் ப்ராஜெக்டில் நாங்கள் என்ன சொல்ல வரோம், ஜனங்களுக்கு என்ன சொல்ல வரோம் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு அதிசயமாக நாங்கள் சொல்ல விரும்பியதை திரு மன்பிரீத் தாமி அவர்கள் ஒரு சினிமா மூலமாக எடுத்து காமிச்சிருக்காரு. அவர் எடுத்த சினிமா என்னன்னா, நம்ம சரித்திரம், நம்ம பள்ளிக்கூடத்தில் நம்ம குழந்தைகளுக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுக்குற சரித்திரம் சரியில்லை, அதில் நிறைய தவறுகள் இருக்குது, நிறைய விஷயம் மறைக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு, நிறைய விஷயம் அறிவிக்கப்படலை, வேண்டுமென்றே அறிவிக்கப்படலை, இல்லை தெரியாமல் அறிவிக்கப்படலை அப்படிங்கிறத அவர் தன்னோட பர்சனல் லைஃப்பில் கண்டுபிடிச்சி இதை பற்றி நம்ம ஜனங்களுக்கு எடுத்துன்னு போனால் இதை எப்படி எடுத்துன்னு போகிறதுங்கிறது ஒரு மூவி மூலமாக, அதாவது ஒரு சினிமா படம் மூலமாக எடுத்துன்னு போனால் ஜனங்களுக்கு அதில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் வரும், அவங்க புரிஞ்சுப்பாங்க அப்படிங்கிறதுக்காக அப்படி ஒரு மூவி எடுத்திருக்காரு. இந்த படத்தை பார்த்த உடனே எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு அதிசயமாக ஆச்சரியமாக இருந்தது. இப்படி ஒரு நல்ல மூவி ஒன்று எடுத்திருக்காரு. நம்மளும் இதையே தான் சொல்கிறோம், அவங்களும் இதையே தான் சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து கோஆப்ரேட் பண்ணி இந்த படத்தை ஜனங்களுக்கு எடுத்துன்னு போவோம். நம்ம சென்னையில் இருக்கிற ஜனங்க இந்த மூவியை பார்க்கணும். ஐ வாண்ட் பீப்புள் இன் சென்னை டு see this மூவி. அதனால ரெண்டு இடத்துல நாங்கள் ஸ்க்ரீன் பண்ணுறோம் இந்த மூவியை. சார் எடுத்த மூவியை நாங்கள் ஸ்க்ரீன் பண்ணுறோம். ஒன்று ஐஐடி சென்னையில் செப்டம்பர் 1 நடக்கிறது. இன்னொரு ஸ்க்ரீனிங் செப்டம்பர் 5 அன்றைக்கி ரசிகரஞ்சன் சபாவில் போத் ஆர் இந்த ஈவினிங் 5:36 இந்த டைமில் காமிக்க போகிறோம். ஸோ எல்லோரும் இந்த மூவிக்கு சார்ஜ் பண்ணல, எல்லாமே ஃப்ரீ, யார் வேணால் பார்க்கலாம். ஆனால் ஃபஸ்ட் கம் ஃபஸ்ட் சர்வ். ஸோ இதுதான் எங்களோட மெயின் ப்ரோக்ராம். இப்போது சார் சாருக்கு தமிழ் தெரியாது, அதனால் சார் இங்கிலீஷில் பேசுவார். So over to you about what you want to say. What you want, something short and sweet about the movie.
Okay. So the movie Story of Ithihaas is basically about a physics teacher who realizes difference between history and Itihas. Okay, that how they are not the same thing, and this many surprises like this I have tried to cover in the film. The movie is about a physics teacher who actually filed many RTIs against the education board and asked questions on what records and evidences the history textbooks are being written. And he used to get no records and no evidence as an answer. And that is where, the most interesting part of this is a physics teacher goes into history. And I'm also from a science background. So the fact that physics teacher goes into history says that it's not just a history buff historians. The history doesn't belong to the historians. History belongs to us as a normal citizen also. So that is why I've made this story, and I want this movie to reach the minds of the kids, especially, and to make normal, general people realize that how much history is important. It is very much connected with the present and the future. Without having a hold on the history, you can never have hold on the future. As one person rightly said, and very great statement, the people who forget their history, their geographies are changed. And second statement which I love the most is this: if you want to wipe out any country's future, wipe their history. This is the anger which I come from, and I have made this film. I want to basically bring the same kind of emotions in the minds of the people, to have the same anger to actually go and fight against any injustice to history which happens in the future, if it happens.
So how long it takes for the movie preparation?
So it 3.5 years I researched, because I had no idea about history myself. I was a complete illiterate, no idea. So I researched on it, and on scripting I gave around 1 year or something, because on a subject like this, the movie can easily become very boring. It can become very preachy. So for that, I needed time. So yeah, 4 years of my life I have completely given my 4 years of life to this movie.
So where do you get the references for these?
So it started with many. Okay, initially started with Neerthrai's book, but then I started reading other books by Romila Thapar, Talking History, and then eminent historians. Because Arun Shori was the first person who exposed this historians. If you know, he wrote this book called Eminent Historians. After this, I started reading a lot of stuff myself, and I realized, because I like reading, but I never loved reading. But for this subject, I had to make sure that I keep on getting the right kind of sources, or at least the people who have covered the sources. So that is where there are many books. Even I don't. You would know about Sulba Sutra.
Silva Sutra, yeah.
I had no idea about that. If you read that book, I mean, a lot of sciences and mathematics is there. So yeah, so I mean, it was a very interesting journey. So yeah, I mean, different sources I have like taken. Yeah.
Budget of the movie?
It's around 3 CR. Yeah.
About the worldwide release and response features.
Sorry, sir.
Worldwide release, about the response features.
Okay, so basically we first released here, and we got a limited release, and then now the interest has come from outside India. In fact, even more. I did not expect this. So now it's playing in. It played in Canada. It played in Texas 2 weeks back, and it played in Sydney 3-4 times, I guess. Now it just played just 4-5 days back, and Japan it played. So yeah, I mean, that's the kind. So we are going step by step, because we're not a big production house. I'm doing everything single-handedly. So step by step, I hopefully would be able to reach as large as our audience as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, so first thing, Vasco da Gama discovered India. I mean, where? So I was like, where were we before that? Where were we lost? And but on the serious note, just imagine how much it affects the psyche of a person, a kid who is going. At that age, a person is having a very formidable kind of mind, or very forming kind of. It's in that stage that whatever you tell that person, that kid, it will ingrain that into his or her mind. So this is the most ridiculous statement I've heard ever in my life. Vasco da Gama discovered India. So someone told me Vasco da Gama discovered a man who discovered India, because he was basically brought to India by an Indian through Madagascar. Now coming to the swastika symbol, what I wouldn't like to talk much, but the fact that she rubs the swastika symbol, the story has an element that she has been made to hate her culture so much, okay, that she can't stand it, and she rubs it. So this is what I'm showing, that through the history books, how it has affected her actions. That is my main motive behind the movie.
When the film is getting released, sir?
Sorry, sir?
Film is getting, when it is getting released?
It already got a release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any resistance from the where it was released? Sir? Because
Yeah. I mean,
resistance.
so many, so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much of resistance.
How you overcome that? Still ready?
I'm still trying to overcome it. So what happened is this that I was just telling you, 50 to 60 actors from Bollywood said no to this film. Okay, so this main person who is there in the film is a Maharashtrian star. Okay, so he said yes to the movie. So from the very starting itself, I got so much of resistance, but also and then through distribution also, when we were running Housework, our movie was removed. So these kind of things are going on, but and again, as I told, how my history is important because my history and culture taught me to fight back. My Sikh culture taught me to fight back, and that's where I want that element to fight back, that element to come into people. So my fighting back. So you see, the culture is fighting for me, but now I'm fighting for the culture.
You planted a seed now.
Yeah.
You expect more people to come.
Yes. I want better people than me. I want my next generation to grow as a very confident Bharatiya. Not a nervous child. I was just telling the journalist behind you that 12 years back when I went to Europe for the first time, I felt very inferior. That was history does to me. And now probably I'm one of the most confident person over here because once I got to know about my history, I got to know how to basically, because if I have a root, my fruits and my branches and my leaves, everything will be strong. My roots are strong.
You have
Any
any
support
plan?
from governments?
No. They haven't supported anything, and I was not even looking for it. So because as he said that politics. So I have tried to be very centered in the movie and try to show both sides of it. And when you show both sides, no side support you.
So do you have any plan or doing any initiative to screen in film festivals?
Yeah, actually, it's very interesting. I keep getting call from film festivals now. This IFFI in Goa, in Jagran Film Festival. Just in the morning today, I got a call saying, "I want to screen your movie," because it's not available anywhere. It's now only playing in Australia and US and Japan. So the film festival is one way, but that's not my main mission. That's probably just one tool through which I can reach people, but that's not my main arena of making the people watch the film.
Actually, where we went to the historians or the politicians.
Yeah.
Because what made you to come back? Because why is it?
So, according to my understanding, there are a lot of things at play at that since after independence. Majumdar was supposed to basically, R.C. Majumdar was supposed to write overview the history which should be taught to the kids over here. He resigned in disgust and anger because he was being forced by the politicians to toe a certain line. Okay, and Maulana Sahib was the education minister, so he resigned in anger and protest. And after that, Soviet influence came. So it has a multiple layer of why it happened. And every political party, every political dispensation which comes into power, they always try to have their own narrative. That is okay to a certain extent, I'm okay with that, but please do not play to that extent that you basically start telling lies. That is where my problem is.
See, one important thing that happened was that when the Congress government was in power in the early 50s and 60s, they were getting a lot of support politically from the communists. So what they did was they got together and told the communists, look, we'll tell you what, we'll give you the entire education portfolio. You take the education portfolio. So the leftists were put in charge of the education process of the country. So they had a free reign. They put whatever they felt like between the leftist influence and socialist influence. They just ran away with it, and they distorted our history beyond recognition. So this is why we are here today. We have to undo what has been done for the last 75 years.
Sir, overall picture time evidence.
Sorry?
Duration of movie.
2 hours 24 minutes.
School students in the place are school.
How will the students benefit? He's asking. How will the students benefit?
How will the students benefit? Yeah, just like you would benefit. Everyone would benefit, not just, like the movie was just shown in Sydney 3 days back. And from the kids to the oldest of the ones, they were all like, oh, we never knew this. Because kids also, the old people also start becoming kids because we never knew this. So it's obviously it's gonna affect everyone the same way, probably kids even more.
So what is the understanding with the IIT?
Sorry,
IIT something you said.
I can't.
IIT
screening.
Yeah, it is screening. Yeah.
That was done by us. The Madras Sanskrit College worked with IIT Madras
Okay.
and requested them to show the movie on our behalf. So
Are you
we
planning
have
to
some
release
contacts
it
in the IIT.
Are you planning to release in OTT? No, nothing as. No, I mean, there's no deal as of now. So because I made this film and I realized that if I put it on OTT, what happens is, the reach might become more. I understand that. And by the way, we also have not got that much interest from the industry also, so that is another reason. Okay. And second thing is like, the reason why if I ever have this plan of re-releasing this film, the story with the effect of theatre, the kind of influence that has on a person will always be more than an OTT. So that is where my preference comes. But yeah, I mean, the business side of the things and everything, I mean, we are still kind of, thinking what to do about it.
Just for curiosity, on online social media, what is rating it got?
It's 9.2, 9.1, something like that, out of 10. Because a lot of people watched it and we got amazing response on IMDb and Book My Show. Book My Show was 9.4, 9.5 something. So that is the kind of response we got. So that is why I'm even confident now. Okay. Earlier even I was not, to be honest, I was fighting, but I was not that. I was always having that doubt that I don't know how will it go, but it went nice in many places wherever it released. For example, in Pune it ran for 6 weeks. So now I'm getting this confidence and maybe I re-release. For example, now I'm here. I'm going somewhere else also after this. So I have this thing that once I am able to accumulate the funds, I will re-release the movie in a proper way.
Details of cast and crew.
Sorry, sir?
Cast and crew.
Cast is Subodh Bhave. He is basically a Maharashtrian star, and one is Yogendra Tikku, the first shot, where a teacher is teaching Ithihaas is not as equal to history. And then you have Ankur Vikal, and then you have Vasanti. You have these are the main forecast, and the rest of the people obviously I couldn't afford like big names, so I chose actors because I think actors, if they're able to convey my message, that is what I want.
Do you have any plan in dubbing in Tamil?
Yeah, that's what I was just that gentleman asked question. So I told him that as the demand comes from a certain language, for example, we got a good demand from Telugu. So if that happens, the demand comes from here, we'll go for the Tamil also. Why not? I mean, I would love each and every language to be reached. I mean, I wish I was a big production house. I would have already done that. Just because I'm still starting, so yeah.
I would just want to add a few words. What we are doing between the Madras Sanskrit College and Bharatiya Education Trust is we want to get a lot of scholars together, collect all the information that is available, plus more information that is coming in, and put all these things together into proper perspective. And then we want to take it across to the people through videos, through articles, through books, through courses and lectures. And we want to publish the proper history and present it to the people of India. So this is our project, which is called True History. And our partners in this is Bharatiya Education Trust, and they're based in Hyderabad. So jointly we are working on this project.
Thank you.